Greetings everyone, welcome to 5th episode of our educational series on maintenance motorway, where we'll delve into the world of cooling systems. Today we'll enlighten ourselves on the significance of utilizing coolant in our cooling system rather than relying solely on water. Coolant, also known as antifreeze, plays a crucial role in maintaining the optimal operating temperature of an engine or any other heat generating system. It serves several important functions. 1. Heat dissipation. The primary role of coolant is to absorb or carry away excess heat from the engine. As the engine runs, it generates a significant amount of heat that can reach extreme temperatures. The coolant circulates through the engine, absorbing heat from various components such as the combustion chamber, cylinder walls, and cylinder head. It then carries the heat to the radiator, where it is dissipated into the surrounding air. It prevents the engine from overheating by absorbing excess heat and releasing it through the radiator. 2. Corrosion prevention. Coolant contains additives that help protect the engine's internal components from corrosion. Over time, the metal components in the engine can react with water and create rust and scale, where it can damage the cooling system and hinder its efficiency. The additives in coolant form a protective layer on the metal surfaces, preventing corrosion and maintain the longevity of engine. 3. Freeze protection. Coolant prevents the engine's cooling system from freezing by raising the temperature of the engine to prevent this at cold temperatures. When water freezes, it expands, which can lead to cracks in the engine block, radiator, or other components. Coolant is specifically formulated with chemicals like ethylene or propylene glycol that lower the freezing point of the liquid, allowing it to remain in a liquid state even in the freezing conditions. This prevents the coolant from freezing and causing damage to the engine. Boiling point elevation. In addition to preventing freezing, coolant also raises the boiling point of the liquid. This is important because the engine operates at a higher temperature, and without the elevated boiling point provided by the coolant, the liquid could vaporize, leading to a loss of coolant efficiency and potential engine damage. It is essential to regularly check and maintain the coolant level and quality in a vehicle or any other systems that requires it. Failing to do so can result in overheating, engine damage, decreased performance, and increased risk of corrosion or freezing of your cooling system. Most people tend to use water instead of coolant because it is cheaper and readily available. But do you know water can cause severe damage to your vehicle, which will result in a higher cost of repair? Let's walk you through why you should use coolant instead of water. Coolants have anti-rust properties that prevent rusting of the engine and the radiator. Water, on the other hand, causes metal to corrode when they come in direct contact with them due to the presence of salt and other elements. Water boils rapidly whilst coolants have higher boiling points. Water usually boils and evaporates, leaving the radiator without fluid over time. Water has freezing capabilities. When the water in your radiator freezes, it could make your cooling system non-functioning and cause severe damage such as cracked engine block or cracks in the radiator. Coolants have antifreeze properties. Based on these reasons and factors, we recommend you to use coolant instead of water. Let's discuss the 50-50 inscriptions written on a coolant. Coolant typically consists of a 50-50 mix of antifreeze and water, though it can contain as much as 70% antifreeze for extreme cold temperatures, especially in countries like Russia and Canada. For countries like Ghana, that has the least cold temperatures, the 50-50 mix is okay. The 50-50 blend provides sufficient cooling of engines that operate at more than 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius and prevents freezing in temperatures of 30 degrees Fahrenheit or -1 degree Celsius, below zero or lower. Water alone has neither the cooling ability nor the protection against freezing that engine requires because it boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius and freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. Plus, it can rust cooling systems parts. Overheating can warp engine parts and liquid expands when it freezes. so that can crack engine blocks and other parts. Using straight antifreeze won't provide more protection against freezing. The freezing point of antifreeze alone is 0 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 17 degrees Celsius. But a 50-50 mix with water lowers the freezing point to minus 35 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 37 degrees Celsius and raises the boiling point to 223 degrees Fahrenheit or 106 degrees Celsius or higher. Alright, so at Autoshop Ghana, these are our trusted brands that we sell them to our customers when they come in here for maybe a coolant flush or a coolant top-up. So these are just a few of them that we normally sell them here. And you can see we have various brands of coolants for various cars. Some of the coolants are meant for quite a number of cars for one particular brand, but some are solely for a single brand of car. But an inscription, or the 50-50 inscriptions that we were talking about, an example of that is this. So if you see a 50-50 inscription on a coolant, it means that you don't need to add an extra water or add excess water to it before you can use them on your car. It's already mixed, so you can go ahead to use them. But some of the coolants are having a concentrated antifreeze, means that you have to add water to this type of coolant before you can use them in your car. So an example is what I'm having right in front of me. It has what we call a concentrated antifreeze. So we need to add water just to get our 50-50 mix so that you can efficiently use them in your cooling system, which can also prevent your engine damage or your cooling system from damaging. So it is not good to buy a coolant which has the concentrated antifreeze because it is going to affect your engine. So you need to add water to get your 50-50 mix so that you can prevent this damage and highly cost of repair. That brings us to the conclusion of today's episode. In our next episode, we'll look at the types of cooling systems. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, and always practice defensive driving.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please hit the like button and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media pages: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and TikTok at Autoshop Ghana for other educational content.